Good morning, everybody. Okay, good morning. This is my first makeup thing. Tutorial? It's not really a tutorial. I'll try to talk about what I'm doing, but I'm not really gonna teach. I'm not a teacher in the same sense that, like, most people are teachers. When you hear about teaching, I'll do something in front of you, and then hopefully you'll do it at home and figure something out on your own. This is sort of a technique that I've devised. You can see I have a lot of facial hair. I've done some hair removal in my days, and hopefully I'll have more hair removal soon. I think I have an appointment in a couple weeks, and eventually this will all be gone, so my makeup routine is going to get a lot lighter soon. But for now, I use some concealer. I like this Urban Decay Stay Naked. That's really good. I keep it upside down so that it goes to the bottom because there's so little of it. But then I also got this Tarte Creaseless Concealer. It's a little oilier. It kind of feels like putting on honey as opposed to the Urban Decay, which feels a little bit more like putting on clay. So depending on how you want that feeling, this tends to be a little oilier in appearance, which isn't great, but once I add powder to it, it kind of makes it better. But if you're not going to be using a lot of powder, then you don't want to be using this because it's going to make you really shiny and you're going to be like, what the hell? So I shave, I clean myself off, and okay. Just start adding it to my skin. Now, concealer is not necessarily designed to be put on like all of your face, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I have yet to have any actual problems myself. There. I look amazing. I'm just gonna go out into public like this. I'm like, hello, me. This is what I look like. Okay. And I just smear it all in. Just really kind of as thickly as possible. Try to cover over. So I do two things. Is I just want to cover over dark patches, and then I blend it in. And a lot of people use like liquid foundation to hide their shadow. I just never found liquid foundation that worked for me. And concealer's thicker, so it's better for, in my opinion, for my purpose. I have yet to strangle my face with this stuff. I've been doing this for almost a year now. So, pretty much every day. They say it's bad for your skin, so if you have really sensitive skin, you may not want this technique. I do that, and then, of course, I just blend it right in. It's super important. The blend is really important. I'm going to get around my piercing. And there we go. Okay. Because I want it to be as natural as I can, so that it doesn't look completely like I'm wearing makeup. I mean, it's okay if it looks a little bit like I'm wearing makeup because that's a look in and of itself. But I don't really like focus so much on the look. Okay. Then I just blend. Make sure I blend back here, make sure I blend back here, and up here as well. And you can see spots where you may want to touch up. If you look in the mirror, it's not perfect. That's fine. That's why I do the rest of it too. So, goop, goop, whoop, whoop. I don't go too crazy with this. Concealer is expensive, and you will go through it. I have looked into making my own concealer, so that is something that I think about. Like, what if I made my own concealer? And then I looked it up, and it's actually not that hard. For like $70, you get all the ingredients. But I'm pretty finicky about the concealer that I do like. So it's kind of like, how do I make the stuff that I already know that I like? There we go. I'm largely happy with that. Okay, just a second. I had to go wash my hands. All right, just this one time. Then I usually, it depends on the order, but I found this like peachy color. Oops, it's upside down. This peachy colored blush that I like to put on. It's very, very light orange, so it's good for color correcting blue, which is the color of my hairs after I put on concealer. And then I also got Physicians Formula. This is Buff Beige. It's sort of tannish coloring. My skin has a little bit of a glow already to it, which is why I use this. You can also use transparent powder, which won't really have as much color to it. Or if you have more color in your skin, it's Creamy Natural, and it gets higher up than that. But when you're picking concealer, I like to pick something that is that matches my skin tone. So what you can do is you can actually go to the store and like dab a little bit on the back of your hand and try to rub it in and see how it matches your skin tone. And then like do that with, they have a whole bunch of selectors, and you can find out like what the texture is gonna feel like too, also, and what it's gonna look like on your skin after, because you do want something that sort of matches the texture as well as the tone of your skin. So I have my foundation powder, and then I have my coloring. Sometimes I do the coloring first, sometimes I do foundation first, so it really depends. I'm just gonna do the foundation powder first and just pack a little bit onto the brush, go around here, and then brush it in. Just like this, yep. Make sure to blend it at the edges. Yes. Here we go. Yeah. I won't talk about what I'm doing every time, because that's really boring. I'll talk about other stuff. We'll see. I'll try to make a list of stuff to talk about. So if anybody has any ideas of stuff where you're like, oh, I really want to hear Calla talk about this, say something. I don't really know what to say half the time. I like to hang out with these people, and like everybody always has something to say. And I always want to be able to interact with people and like have fun and talk about stuff, but I'm definitely a listener more than I am a talker. Always be blending, ABB. Get your abs in. I like to get real close up to the mirror. And if I can see a spot where it looks kind of obvious that I have makeup, just hit it with the brush just a little bit to blend. And that way it's less obvious to other people. There we go. Mostly shadow's gone, but there's too much powder on the table. Yeah, most of the shadow's gone, but if you look at other people who also do makeup on their faces, you will find that you can tell that there's a little bit of bluish on people's faces. That's natural. You just have to accept a certain amount of it. I'm just going to do a little bit of coloring. I'm very, very delicate with this because too much, a little bit goes a long way. All right. A little bit orange here. And a little bit here. Really what I'm doing is balancing color across the side of my face. Here we go. Maintenance stage is done. Maintenance over. Now we get to the good stuff. Okay. I usually like to go with like, what am I wearing today? What colors do I have on? So I have some purple, some yellow, and some blue. Let's see. Oh, actually, I forgot a step. Eyebrow cream. I have this brush here that I do for my eyebrows. I just swirl it in, and then brush it on, just like that. Yep. I'm looking at my mirror. I have two big mirrors here. Okay. But I also want to look at this in my camera lens because that helps me know what you're seeing. Whoop, made a mistake. All right, that's perfect. Somebody needs to pluck their eyebrows. I wonder who that is. It's all of us. Everybody needs to pluck their eyebrows. Unless you did it already this morning, it's probably got to get done. But I'm lazy. I'm not going to do it. It's just going to be me. And call it au naturel. So, I don't usually wear a lot of eyeshadow, but I'm going to today. So, I just go boop, 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 with my little brush, and I apply it. I have hooded eyes, so it's not really useful to me to do a lot of eyeshadow. I just brush it on. I get really heavy with it because it's so hard to see. It's just yellow, so you can see this side. And like, you're gonna get a bunch on your face the first few times you do it. A lot of people like tap off their brushes like that. I find that I don't get any color that way. And then I just check to make sure I was even with it. There. I've been doing this a while, so I can do it really quickly. I also do it really quickly. I like to add some pencil, purple liner. Yeah. This is what people are going to see the most of from me. When they're like looking at my face, they're going to see the purple. There we go. I just draw it right on in line. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so like I tended to practice having a steady hand. But I mean, you should have seen me when I first started doing this, so you're gonna make mistakes. It's okay. If you do make a mistake, get yourself some micellar water. Get a Q-tip. Micellar water on the Q-tip. Wipe, 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 wipe. Mistake is gone. Just like that. You can also use your finger like you've seen me doing here. All right, what's next? So there's that, and I used to like putting light colors on my waterline. And you can do that. You just pull down here, just sort of draw the spot right here. But that was irritating my eyes. So actually, what I do, because if you're like me, or if you're not like me, you really don't want to touch your eye. you can actually draw underneath here. Like that. Yeah. This looks nice and thick. And then this is a really dry pencil compared to oh, a little heavy on that side, right? That's fine. I'll make mistakes. I'll just use my micellar water. To clean that up. There. Whoa. It's kind of aggressive, isn't it? That's fine. Because it's all about blending. There we go. And actually, you can sort of take some of it out with the micellar side. So I have one side that has micellar water and one side that is more it's just dry. And then I smear it all around. Because what I want is the effect of the lightness under the eye. I don't necessarily want a ton of white under my eye. There. Not perfect, but it lightens my skin up in that spot, so. And then balance out. There it is. Ooh, I'm crying. Oh. Okay, like that. A little mascara. Boop, 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 boop. And throwing stuff. I just apply it. I'm actually running out of mascara, so it wouldn't be this easy to be rough. It's actually quite difficult. Oops, hi. Ow, that hurt. I poked my eye. Trying to use my phone camera to do something that I use my mirror to do. Usually. I've got to figure out a better setup. Okay. Don't want this. No, and we don't want this. All right. Whatever. Nobody's gonna tell. Fine details. So, this hair's getting unruly here. I'm gonna probably tie it back in a ponytail today because I'm lazy, but it looks fine right now. So, pretty much there. This is more makeup than I usually do. I'm usually much lazier. I'm probably gonna feel compelled to do all kinds of wacky stuff now. I usually add chapstick before I do my lipstick. Because it keeps my lips moist. Makes the chapstick take longer to dry, but my lipstick take longer to dry, but whatever. Alright. I apply my lipstick. So, a friend of mine called me. And they are like, oh, we send voice memos together. I say friend, but I don't know what we are. And I kind of hoped it. Or more than that eventually. I said so. It's good to lay the groundwork of stuff and then just enjoy life. Pretty good. And then add a little color. What was I saying? Yeah, so they're like, so I saw a voice memo, and they were like, oh, I saw a crow shitting on the side of the road. I'm like, okay. And my brain, for some reason, just assumes that everybody's speaking in metaphors when people say stuff like that. And maybe that means my brain works in metaphors. I speak in metaphors, but I don't really speak in metaphors. I don't really speak at all much of the time. And I was like, maybe they're speaking in metaphor, and they're like, this relationship is shit. This relationship is a crow shitting on the side of the road. But then they said they were excited to talk to me again, so I don't think that was the case. I think I was just being nerd. Well, this is my makeup for today. It's pretty good. I kind of feel frumpy today, so this is the first video. I'll do better next time. Always check your teeth, though. I get lipstick on my teeth literally all the time.